Hey everybody, I just wanted to come back on and do kind of a follow-up video from yesterday. I'm overwhelmed by all of the comments that I've gotten from everybody. I was trying to keep up with them all and I was doing a pretty good job, but TikTok has stated that I should not be doing that anymore. They have, for whatever reason, not allowed me to continue commenting. I guess I was commenting too much. So if I have not responded to one of your comments, it's because I'm not able to right now. And I apologize because I really did want to keep engaging in the conversation with everyone. One of the things that I've gotten the most as far as comments go that I want to put out there is when I said that he's stressed being in the office. I don't think he's stressed in the way that most presidents would be stressed, as in caring about the people, caring about, his actual job duties and things. What I think the stress that I'm talking about is all of the hatred, the negativity, the anger that he consistently feels and expresses is toxic. I don't care who you are. He likes controversy and things, but he also does not like to be mocked. He does not like to be disobeyed. And we see that in his Truth Social posts when he goes on rants and raves about people who are mocking him, not doing what he wants. And all of that is toxic. And it is stress. I don't think that he is stressed because he's trying so hard to be a good president and take care of his people. No. Trust me when I say I don't believe that at all. But I do feel like he is still under a lot of stress. He's under a lot of stress to maintain his control that he has. He's under a lot of stress to maintain an image. And that gets harder when you're feeling sick, especially trying to maintain the image of perfection or health or whatever when you don't have that going on is very, very difficult. So when I said that he was stressed, I did not mean it in the traditional way that, say, a president would be stressed. But people have also brought up other really good points. The bags under his eyes have gotten much, much more pronounced. A lot of this stuff and a lot of the questions that you have, I really wish I could answer, but not being there, it makes it very difficult. If I was able to be there and, in person, I would be able to answer many, many more of your questions. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm not there. And I have to go based off of what little I see from, the outside, from pictures, videos, things like that. I do think, again, it's very telling that he has not been golfing. And again, I have not seen it. And even if we had one picture of him golfing, that to me looks like a photo op. Because you can go out to a golf course, take a picture hitting one ball, and be done. So I don't think he's playing full rounds of golf or even partial rounds of golf at this point. I was told that he is canceling flights, which would follow because it is not good for people with congestive heart failure and that amount of edema to fly, especially long distances. So that does not surprise me at all. It's just a lot of these things that are, starting to, pile up. The comment made by JD Vance, that's very interesting. You know, there's a lot of things. The fact that now for a couple of days he has been very low key. We haven't seen him doing much. Some of the other things, though, like people were asking about if he has a pacemaker or possibly a port. I don't think that they would be able to get him in to do those types of procedures without somebody becoming suspicious. All of those are procedures, especially if you're talking about getting dialysis and you have to get a fistula. That, those are procedures, those are surgeries, and they do take time. And we haven't really seen enough of a break in him being visually seen by people that I think that he would have been able to get those procedures done at this point, especially for the pacemaker. He's not going to get that. A pacemaker is for a rate or a rhythm problem, not typically for full-on congestive heart failure. So that's not really going to happen. As far as his kidneys go, and a fistula for doing dialysis, it's possible, but again, that's quite a hefty surgery, and that does leave a mark, and it's very noticeable when you have one. He wouldn't be able to golf if he had that unless he's wearing long sleeve shirts all the time, because it's very noticeable. So I think that's unlikely. A port, it's possible, and they may do that in the future. Like I said, he's been kind of quiet for the last couple of days, except for on True Social, so who knows? Who knows what they're doing? I know people were also saying that they thought that people would hold back the information that he had passed. That I believe. I don't believe they'd tell us right away if it happened either. I think it's very likely that they would hold off on telling us when it happened exactly. But, nothing with this administration would surprise me at all in the slightest. So I think anything that happens is going to be kind of one of those that's like, oh yeah, okay, guess it, just happened that way. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to kind of fill in some of the gaps and add on some of those things. But a couple other people had said that, that when people, the ear pinning, a lot of times when elderly people get to the point where they're getting close, they have what's called ear pinning. And we don't really know why that happens, but it does. And so that is something that we've seen to watch for more. I think just watch more for him to be more out of breath. Watch for him to be out of the public eye more often. Watch for him to continue to cancel flights, appearances, golfing, things of that nature. And I think we're going to just kind of keep watching and waiting to see what happens. But like I said, I still pretty much stand with what I said yesterday, and I think that the time is definitely ticking down for him. And yeah, so I know lots of people have got birthdays coming up. I know lots of people have got champagne bottles on ice, so just hang in there. And if I at some point can start, responding to comments again, I absolutely will. But unfortunately, TikTok is, being TikTok and not letting me. So if I haven't again, I'm sorry. But I am seeing all of your comments. And I also wanted to say personally thank you to everyone who shared their stories about their loved ones with me. And I'm sorry for all of your losses. They're all really tough, and it's just not something anybody ever wants to deal with, but it's part of life. And yeah, so stay tuned. We'll see you guys soon, okay?